Hello. Here's a motivating story about Jim Carrey, one of the most recognizable comedic actors in Hollywood, whose life wasn't always easy, but his perseverance and belief in himself led to success that many can only dream of. Jim Carrey's early years were far from the glamour and fame. Born into a modest-income family in Newmarket, Ontario, Canada, he faced serious financial difficulties in his teenage years. When his father's factory closed down, the Carrey family went through a real crisis. They had to live in a van and struggle for survival. During these tough times, Jim started working after school to help his family, which inevitably impacted his studies and personal life. Despite these hardships, Carrey didn't lose his sense of humor and his dream of becoming an actor. He believed that his talent would someday bring him success. In his youth, Jim began performing in comedy clubs, where his unique style and energy immediately stood out. However, the path to fame was long and fraught with obstacles. His initial performances didn't always meet with approval, and he sometimes faced mockery and rejections. But Carrey never gave up. One of the most inspiring stories associated with Jim Carrey is about a check for $10 million. At the beginning of his career, when success seemed unattainable, he wrote himself a check for this amount for acting services rendered at their best and promised himself that within 5 years, he would be able to cash it. A few years after this, Carrey landed his starring role in The Mask, which brought him worldwide fame and, most importantly, the opportunity to cash that very check. Jim Carrey's story reminds us of the importance of believing in ourselves and our dreams, even when the entire world seems against us. He proved that even from the most challenging circumstances, one can emerge victorious if they don't give up and lose their sense of humor. Carrey turned his pain into art, and his story remains an inspiring example for everyone who dreams of something more.